simplify radicals with several variables. When we have several variables, we make sure to work with one variable at a time. Let's look at how this applies in example 1. As you can see in example 1, we have 3 variables, each of which we need to determine how many will come out and how many will stay in. Remember, if the root does not show an index, the index is a 2, or a square root. Let's do our work to the side. For the letter A, we have to do the exponent divided by the index, or 5 divided by 2. 2 is going to go into 5 twice, with a remainder of 1. This means that we have a to the second on the outside and 1a on the inside. Remember, the whole number is what comes out, and the remainder is what stays in. Let's look at B. We have 8 B's. This means we need to do 2 divided by 8, which goes in 4 times with 0 remainder, which means that we have 4 B's come out and none left inside. Next, let's do C, where we have 2 going into 15. It goes in 7 times with a remainder of 1. This means that we have C to the 7th on the outside and 1 C left over on the inside. As you can see, more space may be needed when writing out these problems. You also need to remember to put the square root back around the pieces that must stay inside. This gives you your answer. Let's look at example 2. Here's example 2. We have 5 variables. Let's look at each one at a time. For the A, we see how many times does 4 go into 13. It goes in 3 times with a remainder of 1, which means that we have a to the 3rd on the outside and 1a on the inside. Next, we'll do B. We see how many times does 4 go into 23, which it goes in 5 times, leaving us with a remainder of 3. This means we have B to the 5th on the outside and B to the 3rd on the inside. Let's do C. For C, we see 4 going into 10, which goes in twice, with a remainder of 2. This means we have C squared on the outside and C squared on the inside. Next, for D, we have 3. We see how many times does 4 go into 3, which is no times. This means that all of the D's stay inside, as there was not enough to make a whole number and have it come out. Next, let's do E. We have 36, and we're seeing how many times does 4 go into 36. It goes in 9 times, with a remainder of 0. This means that we have e to the 9th come out and no e's remain inside. Remember, you must bring down your root and its index. This gives us our final answer. Remember, you can check your work by taking the exponent on the outside, multiplying it by the index, and adding to the 1 inside. For A, this would be 3 times 4 is 12, plus 1 is 13. We've now double-checked it to make sure that it is correct. You can do this with each of the variables, if you choose. Remember, when solving problems that involve multiple variables, it is easiest to start one variable at a time.